Alrighty, time to get started. Just logged in on this kid here, and we're going to continue with the Crystal Tower quest line, which the mysterious voice told us to obtain the wind-touched ether sand from the Exali logging grounds. So that's what we're going to do. Let's just go outside and go over there. Circle around it. Oh, suddenly there's a fate here. Got it. Cutscene. Bravo! That was quite a show, adventurer. Why, the spectacle proved so entertaining, enthralling, that all thoughts of ether sand slipped my mind. I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations, the wind-touched abrasive is yours. And yet, having been treated to such a memorable performance, I cannot help feeling the greater prize is mine. This inequality must not stand. I insist that you accept a token of my appreciation. Payment for this entertainment will be waiting for you to the east, in a clearing within Proud Creek. Pray retrieve the gift, ere it is crushed beneath the iron feet of the Doulahans. I shall. Mysterious voice. Water-blessed ether sand. Not what you were expecting? I took the liberty of refining the ore from Earth's gift into ether sand. Do keep it safe, adventurer. Lest you accuse me of playing games, you should know that the thought of relinquishing my prize never once crossed my mind, until I saw you in action. Such deeds must needs be rewarded. It is my vocation, you see, to record history as it is made by mortal men, and I much prefer to chronicle the accomplishments of the bold and the mighty. Thus, it is my fervent wish that you continue your career with the same courage and zeal you have shown today. We shall meet again, adventurer, and sooner than you may imagine. Who are you, mysterious voice? We'll soon find out. Let's go back to Mordor. progress of your mission. Are we any closer to acquiring the remaining abrasives? I got them. You've brought both. I shall have Master Garland begin work on the crystals immediately. Just gonna take the silver pieces. There, that should do the trick. Excellent work. We now possess all 4 of the fangs required to pierce the Crystal Tower's defenses. My compliments, Master Garland. Oh, it was a trifling matter, I assure you. Kit here is the one you should be thanking. Anyway, by my reckoning, there's nothing stopping us from striding up into the Elegant's front door. You can't go without us, Chief. Biggs and Wedge. Biggs, Wedge, come to lend a hand, have you? Well, it's not every day you get the chance to study the wonders of the Elegant Empire, is it? Their technology makes Garlemald's look ancient. I appreciate your enthusiasm, lads, I really do, but we're not here to take this knowledge for ourselves. Twice in the last decade, the promise of unimaginable power has prompted men to meddle with technology they do not understand, and the realm has been dragged into the very brink of oblivion on both occasions. We shall not be so irresponsible as to risk another. Wedge, do you recall our company's creed? Yes, Chief. It's, freedom through technology. Exactly. Freedom. When we forsook our homeland, we swore that we would have no truck with machines that could be used to prompt tyranny. That has not changed. Should you feel tempted to break your oath, remember this. The wonders of the all-knowing Elegant Empire could not save their civilization, and have damn near doomed ours. Twice. This is why we must explore the Crystal Tower, and, if needs be, seal away its secrets. A compelling viewpoint. It is unyielding wills such as yours that have defined the course of history. Ha! The voice! Aha! The voice! Who is it? So you return at last. What, pray tell, has kept you so wholly preoccupied that you could not spare a moment to inform me of your progress or preservation? Why, the task you assigned to me, of course. Surely you have not forgotten about the ether stand. I tasked a passing adventurer with delivering it. A more capable courier I could not imagine. Adventurer, did I not say we would meet again? Guess who the mystery voice was? I believe an introduction is in order. I am Grahatia, one of the students of Baldessian. I look forward to joining you on your groundbreaking expedition. Grahatia has been assigned to the project as an observer. I hope you will forgive him his eccentricities and welcome him as one of our own. Oh, I love his eccentricities. Grahatia. So then, our fellowship is complete, and all stand ready to step into the unknown. There, 3 cheers for Noah. Noah? That is the name I have chosen for our little collective. Given our differing backgrounds, we cannot very well call ourselves the Sons of St. Coinish, can we? And we must have a memorable appellation if our adventure is to leave its mark in the annals of history. I could claim NOAA stands for Nominated Observers of Artifact Historical, and it does, technically, but my true reason for choosing this name stems from the fact that it is shared by our vaunted elegant Archmage. An Archmagus? I like the sound of that. That's a thumbs up from Graha. You're so cute. Very well, and now that the pressing matter of what to call ourselves has been settled, it is time we set forth to brave the outer defenses of the Crystal Tower. Is everyone ready to depart? Ready! ancient Alag beckon. Let us not keep them waiting any longer. Adventurer, you and I will join the engineers at the Crystal Tower's main gateway, where we will endeavor to neutralize the structure's outer defenses. Rambros, meanwhile, will remain here and oversee the operation. Given my knowledge of ancient Allagan history, it seems logical that I should lead the expedition itself, though I admit the role does not exactly befit my status as an observer. Still, we can but make use of the resources at hand. Assuming all are in agreement, let us proceed forthwith to the large lopsided gate found to the southeast. Yes, let's proceed. Oh, I'm shorter than him. He's such a shorty. He's the shortest you can make your male Mikote. So he's very short. But I am the shortest you can make your female Mikote, and so I am shorter. Alright. Let's go. Fly over to this place we gotta go to. Gigas are in the way. Yes, kid is thirsty. Thirsty. Thirsty for Garaha. But there he is. The Crystal Tower lies beyond this portal. Now comes the interesting part. Sid, you are the only one of our number who has ever crossed the threshold. I ask that you take the lead for the present. Otherwise stroll past them. Feast your eyes on the elemental defenses which prompted our lengthy preparations. These sentinels prevent would-be intruders from advancing to within 20 yalms of the tower's inner reaches. No matter how swift they may be. Happily, the crystal fangs we took such pains to craft should spare us the inconvenience of instantaneous annihilation. Here, allow me to demonstrate. Chief, it's too dangerous to allow anyone else to risk testing one? Quite right. I made the damn things. It's my job to see they work. Ready your fangs. last one is yours, old friend. It seemed only right. the outer defenses. Indeed, the entrance to the tower is near at hand. My blood fairly sings with anticipation. Speaking of blood, I have a proposal for the next stage of the expedition. I suggest we wait here while Kit and a hand-picked party of her adventuring companions enter the tower. What? Without us? I thought we came here to survey the entire structure. We did, and we will, but our investigation must proceed at a more measured pace. If the outside of the place is this well defended, can you imagine what awaits us on the inside? Only a true hero could reasonably hope to brave the hazards ahead and live to tell the tale. Kit here fits that description better than anyone I know. And it is not as if we shall be idle in her absence. While Kit and her companions are risking life and limb to beat us past into the tower, we can set about analyzing this rubble for evidence on how its technologies function. Your knowledge of ancient lore will be invaluable in that endeavor, historian Grahatia. Bah, do you ever tire of being right, old man? He's not that old. He's like 30. Kit, as it seems I won't be accompanying you, allow me to at least provide some instruction. The maze that surrounds the base of the tower is known as the Labyrinth of the Ancients. During this initial foray, I suggest you concentrate on ridding the place of hostile elements. When you are reasonably certain the maze is secure, contact me via link shell and we shall join you post-haste, no matter what Master Garland says. Though we would prefer if any relics you encounter remained intact, you have leave to do whatever is necessary to secure ingress to the upper levels of the tower. Fortune go with you, Kit. Labyrinth of the Ancients, now accessible. Alright, time to queue up for our 24-man duty. Okay, well, am I geared enough for this is the question. What is the minimum eye level? 50. What am I at? 66. Right on. Okay, I'm queued. It looks like the average wait time is 22 minutes, so we'll go back to doing MSQ until we can do this. So right now, MSQ is to talk to Gigaruju in Costa del Sol. So let's head over that way. I think I'll just return to Limsa and take the ferry to Costa del Sol. It will be cheaper. We'll just do this. Keep us going. Alright, visual skills. Very skipper. Possible soul. 40 gil, yes please. And now we have to fly over to where Gigaruju is hanging out. Look, there's Altino. Hi, Altino. Ah, you're right. Let us see if Mr. Gigaruju can shine any light onto the rumors starring regarding them. Oh, sweet siren of the sands, my Mikote muse, why have you forsaken me? Titan's Bane, I mean, Kit, what brings you to my humble resort? Flamine? You mean to tell me the goddess-made flesh who dwelt among us until so very recently was the songstress of Ulda? Egads, woman, if I had known that, I would have chained her to my bedpost and never let her leave. Ooh, that's creepy. Oh, for shame. To think she now plies her trade for the riffraff off to the west or whatever, wherever she said she was going. It's a tragedy, I say, a tragedy. West, is it? Thank you, Master Gigaruju. Your information will serve us well. That said, there are any number of places she could be. I shall begin my search by the docks and see if any witnesses here might have some knowledge to spare. I would be most appreciative if you could travel onto Wineport and do the same. Sure, Elfie. Wine port it is. Might as well just fly there. Fly to the ferries. Fly over to the wine port. Teleported, but it's such a quick flight. Alright, let's ask around about stuff. Well, if it isn't Kit, the savior of Wineport, to what do we owe the pleasure? Ah yes, we did receive a customer matching that description. She was a delight to behold, to give the woman her due, but her perfume was so ghastly. I had no choice but to eject her from the premises, interfering with tasting, you understand. If she is your quarry, why not consult your blind associate? His olfactory perception is without peer. Given that I could smell the woman from a mile away, I dare say he could smell her from 10. Okay, but first it's gonna force me to go talk to this guy over here. Bella. You want to know if I've seen a Mikote lass by the name of Flamin? I wish I hadn't seen a lass of any description for far too bloody long. Excepting yourself, of course. Yeah. I don't count, I guess. Whatever. Each. I see you've had a grand many adventures since the last we spoke, Kit. You must share them with me sometime. The girl from a little while ago, one does not forget a perfume like that. So robust and intoxicating. It's simultaneously familiar. Reminiscent of a bloom native to these parts, in fact. I said as much when we spoke. She complimented my powers of observation and asked me where she might find some of the flowers. So I told her to follow the road south into Raincatcher Gully and then head east after crossing the Broken Bridge. The flowers which grow in the shade of the cliff have the strongest scent, you see. If you make haste, you may yet find her there. Alright. Off we are going. Always good to have things to do while you're queuing up for something. I wish we could continue the Crystal Tower storyline more quickly, but unfortunately we gotta wait for 24 other people to queue into their alliance roulette or queue up for Crystal Tower. Stranger, I did not realize my activities had aroused the Gugu's ire until it was too late. Their oils can be used to make a perfume, you see, and I don't. Who are you? Whom do you serve? It appears you've already found our woman. Consider me impressed, my friend. The songstress of Ulda, I presume. Minfilia, or should I say Asilia, is looking for you. Asilia! You are the very picture of health, milady, yet the world thinks you dead. I can only conclude that was by design. The question is, why? Not everyone who endeavors to find me does so with the best intentions, child. You will be pleased to know that I fully intend to reveal myself to Minfilia when the time is right. Oh, well, that does please me, more than you know. But tell me, sojourns in the forest of Lenotia aside, when exactly will the time be right? And I deem it is so. To Do you imagine I traveled all this way on a whim? As I was telling your associate prior to your intrusion, I came here to harvest these flowers for use in a perfume. Does that satisfy your curiosity, or would you interrogate me further? My apologies for the interruption. Anyway, now that we have that which we came for, might we conclude this conversation in a safer locale? Fine port, say? Wine port. This is not at all how I envisioned it. It scares me into imagine what emotions will open Cecilia's heart when she reunites with her mother after all these years. Yes, casting sounds good. Alright. You say my daughter awaits us in Vesper Bay, yes? I have kept her waiting long enough. Let us be on the next ferry. I can finish fashioning the perfume along the way. Understood. Come with me. It would be my pleasure to escort you to the waking sands. Alright, and we're back to the waking sands. Oh, it just takes us there. That's convenient. I didn't even have to use one of my Vesper Bay tickets. And let's get the solar. Hello, Ophelia. Incident, you have a guest. Lamine! Cecilia. I haven't seen her like this in years, kid. Yay. I never truly believed it when they told me you were dead. But what kept you away for so long? The Imperials came for me, as I always knew they would, and so I resolved to stay as far away from you as I could, lest the pursuit of me endanger you and your cause. I could think of no better way to grant you the freedom to continue our work. And continue as you did, achieving things I would not have imagined possible. I followed your every success and celebrated in secret. I'm so proud of you, Asilia. I learned from the best. I have a gift for you. Celestia perfume, you remembered. How could I ever forget? You wore it all the time. If I ever lost sight of you, I can find you again just by following my nose. I did not think it was made anymore. You must have gone to so much trouble. It was no trouble to me, my darling. I fear I cannot say the same for Kit, however. I could not have made it without her. Thank you, Kit. Thank you both. There's something else. This is the cat's eye I found. All those years you kept it. My father father was a member of the Alamegan resistance. When I was yet a child, he brought me here to Ul'dah. The accident which claimed his life happened shortly after our arrival. It was Lamin who took care of me then. She raised me as her own, taught me everything I needed to know to survive. I am no stranger to the facts of your history, yet I have failed to grasp their implications. It is clear there is much I do not know, about you and your mother both. One of their first lessons to me concerned mining, and I was a very dedicated student. This cat's eye was the first stone I unearthed. It wasn't much, of course, but I was exceedingly proud to have found it nonetheless. So I gave it to Lamin as a gift. She said it was beautiful. But there I am at a loss. Why are you returning this to me? Is something amiss? No, Asilia, nothing is amiss. Quite the opposite. I need you to realize how far you've come, and how much further you must still go. You and your allies have accomplished more than I could ever have hoped. You have succeeded where I have failed, and made me so proud that words fail me. But even as I marvel at the woman you've become, and at all the many things you've done, I cannot help but think that what you have yet to do, and which it may entail. Asilia, daughter, you cannot stay here anymore. You and the Scions must leave Ul'dah. Lamin! You built it once, Asilia. You can build it again, and this time we'll do it together. Truly. Alphino, the time has come for the Scions to leave Vesper Bay. We shall establish a new headquarters in Revenant's Toll as you proposed. Much work lies ahead of us. Inform our fellow Scions and send words to the student of Baldesion. Preparation begins at once. Students of Baldesion is interesting because Graha is actually one of the students of Baldesion. That organization is background important. They are the backers of the Scions, and they send a lot of information their way. Let's see what we got here. Striking, choking, maiming. Or striking, maiming, and fending. I'll take the fending one, but I'm just gonna turn it into a casting one this time. It is all well and good that we have found ourselves a new home in Revenant's Toll, but there is much to be done, and in so little time. Our first step will be to secure the cooperation of the Adventurers Guild representatives there. Were it not for the Guild's considerable efforts, the original Camp Revenant's Toll would never have been established, much less its more heavily fortified successor. However, with construction still ongoing and resources in short supply, it seems certain that the Guild will require something in return for their support, sympathetic to our cause though they may be. Whatever they ask, I shall not begrudge it. To be plain, we need them more now than they need us. Without their assistance, such essential tasks as securing new facilities, cultivating relationships with local merchants, and recruiting adventurers would prove difficult, if not impossible. You need not concern yourself with such matters, antecedent. Really, Alphino, if I need concern myself with anything, it is surely matters such as these. Indirectly, perhaps. I submit that you might instead concern yourself with a different matter, namely, to whom the resolution of such matters might best be entrusted. And here I am, nor do I come alone. May I present the esteemed emissary of the Adventurers Guild at Revenant's Toll. It is an honor, Antecedent. Upon receiving word of your intentions from Master Alphino, we thought it best to begin talks at the earliest available opportunity. I know that my associates at Revenant's Toll hold the Scions of the Seventh Dawn in the highest regard. We should be honored to welcome your organization. There are, of course, certain provisions which must needs be negotiated. If it please you, I would do so. It does. Madam, unless I am much mistaken, you are the one known as Kit, and are you not? May I say what a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance? Slapborn spoke of you in the most glowing terms. To steal an Imperial Reaper and then use it to infiltrate a Garlean castrum is an undertaking few would contemplate, and fewer still survive. You shall always be welcome at Revenant's Toll. We hope you favor us with your presence again ere long. Well, yes. The Scions are moving there. I'll be there quite a bit. Well, it would seem your reputation precedes you, Kit. Mayhap I should dispatch you to Revenant's Toll with all haste, as first intended. But before that, I dare say you have earned yourself a rest. After all, you have traveled so far, and there is already so much you have done for us, and for me. We will speak again anon. Till then, take care. So what happens here is that was the end of the patch quests, or this cutscene. And it's expected that there'll be some time between patches, so you'll have some downtime. Kit, were you able to get some rest? I would ask you to come with me to the Solar. Alphino has just returned, and it would seem there is something he would share with us. And this cutscene was added in, it didn't used to exist. They condensed all the quest lines. You're here. Good. I come bearing news. The negotiations are concluded. And? Our friends at the Adventurers Guild have agreed to furnish us with new facilities and material support in exchange for our assistance in the ongoing defense and development of Revenant's Toll. The Scions of the Seventh Dawn shall have a new home in Mordona, the Rising Stones. A bittersweet victory, if truth be told. I cannot deny that I had come to look forward to Tataru's tales of our many quests and their many, many demands. From the Waking Sands to the Rising Stones. Passably poetic. That wasn't your doing, was it? Oh, Yamache. I too have news to share. In expectation of this momentous day, I personally informed the Alliance leaders of our plans, and they have each pledged their full support, General Raban included. Moreover, I have decided that the time is right for us to cast off the vestiges of our outer veil of secrecy and announce ourselves to the world. Are you sure that is wise, antecedent? If anything, it is a mere formality. Our existence is quite possibly the worst kept secret in Eorzea. Let us affirm our identity, proclaim our achievements, that all may know what the Scions of the Seventh Dawn stand for. Well, obvious risks apart, it would be nice to receive a little more recognition. And the people have a right to know who saved them. It is my hope that this gesture will encourage the people of Eorzea to place their trust in us. I would reveal to them the true extent of our power, yes, but in so doing, I would show them that it is a power accountable to no one, and at once to all. And what of us? We who have felled primals and faced down the Empire. To you, my fellow Scions, I would say this. Prepare for the challenges which lie ahead, for they will be great indeed. Great, I say, yet no greater than us, and we will rise to them, as we have time and time again, united as one. It's a very long cutscene now with all the additions. Oh, and look, it's still going. I should ask Flamin to teach me the basics of mining too. Right. It's a good thing we actually had such a long wait for Labyrinth, because that was a long cutscene. Do you ever wonder how he does it? Alphino, I mean. It was almost predictable that he should appear with an emissary of the Adventurers Guild mere moments after I had expressed the need to forge this ties between our organization. Truly his sense of timing rivals even your own. Setting such mysteries aside for the present, I have a task for you. I would like you to deliver these documents to Slackborn. They concern our forthcoming move. Do take care on the road and represent us well, Kit. Great. Off we go to Mordona. Yet again. Now I only have crappy bracelets and one crappy ring. The rest is pretty good. Back to the work of a dozen men, I see. Ha! But I jest. Even I can appreciate that an unfortunate woman such as yourself has little time for menial tasks. But since you're here, mayhap you'd be keen on having a look around the Scion's new home? See that impressive structure over there? That's the place. It was originally built to house a branch of the guild, see. As such, it comes complete with a tavern where adventurers can rest from the road, fill their bellies with good food and drink, and their ears with tales of fortune to be had about the realm. It may get a bit raucous at times, but I can imagine it'll be as good a place as any to recruit capable men and women to your cause. Come with me, I'll show you around. Is that you, Kit? I'm sorry to interrupt, but I have most urgent news. We received grim tidings from Gridania, and it would appear our aid is requested at once. I must ask you to report back to the Waking Sands with all due haste. Is everything all right, friend? I can't say I'm privy to the details, but it would appear this is no time for a leisurely tour. But no worries, you can rest assured that I'll see to all necessary arrangements. Pray return any time after you've seen for more pressing matters. Originally, there was a whole bunch of little side quests you had to do in here, like just busy work, basically. They were trying to keep us busy in between expansions, so each patch had like a whole bunch of quests. But now because it was so long in between for the main story quests in between ARR and Heavensward, they shortened it. They shortened it quite a bit. I think they cut the number of quests in half. So now instead of there being 200 quests, there's only about 100, which is still a lot of quests. So the patch content between ARR and Heavensward is actually quite long, but it's not as long as it used to be. In any case, we have to go back to Vesper. Since he's one of our best. See, the queue is starting to slowly fill out. We'll eventually get in there. Eventually. Messenger from the Twin Adder came to the Waking Sands while you were in Mordona. I wasn't privy to his conversation with the Antecedent, but I did see the look on her face after he took his leave. Something is definitely amiss. Could it be that the Exile has summoned Garuda again? Or mayhap Imperial forces have been sighted within the Shroud? Well, whatever it may be, I'm absolutely certain it's nothing you can't handle. Now, go and ask the Antecedent if there's anything you can do. time. The cutscene. I knew this day would come, yet I prayed it would not come too soon. We have reason to believe that another primal, or an entity resembling one, has been summoned in Gridania. Thine arrival is customarily timely, Kit. The etheric waves leave little room for doubt. Thy talents will be needed ere long. If there truly be truth in my suspicions, 'tis a familiar foe we face, though one quite unlike the Lady of the Vortex. We dare not draw conclusions without evidence, but as Urianger says, the readings bear a strong resemblance to the ones observed more than 5 years ago. Though I had hoped the Mughals guard beyond such follies. Suffice it to say, this disturbance warrants a full investigation. Thy presence has been requested by Commander Helio. He awaiteth thee at the Adder's Nest. Pray hasten to Gridania, Kit. Ida and Palpalima will rendezvous with you there. May you walk in the light of the crystal. Okay, so now we're off to Gridania. Luckily it's our free teleport, so we can just go there for free. Woo! Still waiting for this queue. Wow. Now it's saying it's gonna be more than 30 minutes. Oh my god. There's really not a lot of people queuing on this. Oh, line 3. But we're getting ahead of ourselves. Allow me to explain. These bracelets are all for like striking, bending, maiming. Just grab one. Turn it Not long ago, the Mughal Cop visited the Adder's Nest to request an audience with the Elder Seer. He spoke of an imminent threat to all Mughal kind, one which would imperil the entire Twelvewood if left unchecked. You proved an able ambassador to the Silk, so we would have you reprise the role in our dealings with the Mughals. The rest you should hear from Kukulkop himself. He awaits you with the Elder Seer at the Lotus Stand. So the fastest way to get to the Lotus Stand is just to go right over here, rather than go back to the great teleport. Just go right up this way. And then it's just over here. But you can go back to the Aetheryte and teleport. This is just the Conjurer's Guild. The other sides have arrived already, madam. May I show you in? They're not bad Mughals, Popo. They're just misguided. A gentle, no, firm bashing is in order, yes, but no. Calm yourself, Kukulkop. Do you not see that she hasn't the faintest idea of what you're talking about? Be quiet this instant. Pray forgive this witless outburst, sister. Most grateful am I that you have come to us, and upon such short notice. Truly, Gridania could not wish for a more stalwart ally. Doubtless eager to know wherefore we summoned you. Our friend Kukulkop has brought to us news of a most unsettling development. I would seem that great King Mughal the 12th has returned to Eorzea. A curious thing to hear, I know. Truth to tell, I myself cannot say for sure if he is a genuine figure from history, or some manifestation of Moogle mythology. Couple here would have me believe the former. Once upon a time, we Moogles served the gods in the heavens. It was quite nice up there, unspeakably beautiful, unimaginably spacious, and with a literally endless supply of wine, Couple. In spite of this, or possibly because of the last part, the gods eventually became discontented and started squabbling, which made life jolly difficult for the poor Moogles. So good King Moogamog XII, may his glorious name live forever, decreed that the time had come to leave Kupo. The realm of man would suffice, he said, and so all the Moogles should live there instead. Unfortunately, the two realms are so far apart that we couldn't safely fly them. But good King Moogamog XII, may his miraculous foresight ever be praised, knew exactly what to do, Kupo. He had a rope, you see, the longest one ever woven. This he nobly held while his subjects climbed all the way down to the world below. And that is how we Moogles came to this land, Kupo. All of us except good King Moogamog XII, may his courageous sacrifice never be forgotten. He alone would remain in the heavens so that Mooglekind might at last know peace. Except that he has not remained in the heavens, from what I understand, that being your reason for contacting us, yes? I bet he tied the rope to something. Good thinking. Remind me again what the problem was with him returning to Eorzea? The problem, Ida, lies in the fact that he was summoned. It is our belief that good King Moogamog XII is a myth made manifest via means akin to those employed by the Beast Tribes in the summoning of their gods. Wait, you were saying a handful of Moogles with a boatload of crystals wished really, really hard and he just sort of appeared? Would that even work? But I cannot fathom why they would even try. Garuda humbled and the Ultima weapon destroyed, what new threat could have prompted them to take so drastic a measure? Might that not itself be the answer? Twice in the last half-decade, Eorzea has been brought to the very brink of destruction, only to be spared at the last by heroics of a chosen few. You who braved those tempests and survived by virtue of your own strength, this last period of peace will doubtless even seem a welcome respite. But to those who had not the power to defend themselves, who were spared only by another's grace, this is merely the calm before the storm. I think the Mooglesguard are afraid of what tomorrow will bring, and that things may not end so well as they did yesterday. That fear has driven them to call upon a greater power, one they believe can be relied upon to protect their loved ones and their homes from what may. I assure you, the Mooglesguard only want to protect the forest from outsiders, but ever since the realm of good King Moogamog XII, may his boundless grace fill our hearts with love, they've started to get a little carried away, Kupo. Verging on a lot, in fact. Like the sylphs who summoned Remu, you mean? We cannot discount the possibility that this entity is influencing the Moogles in a manner similar to that of the Primal. We share the same concern. Whatever, or whomever, or whatever the king may be, it is our belief that he poses a threat not only to Mooglekind, but to Gridania as a whole. Thus do we beseech you, Kit, confront good King Moogamog XII and drive him from our midst. Alright, do that thing that the warrior of light do. Humbly do I thank you. The sanctuary of the Mooglesguard and their liege lord is concealed by magical wards. Brother Isumiyan of the Conjurer's Guild will doubtless be able to offer insight on how they might be dispelled. Pray seek his counsel ere you proceed any further. Nope. It's certainly taken a long time for this to been there for 37 minutes. Might have to concede that we gotta go to Ether. Go to data center, travel to Ether, and pop the queue there. Because this is just taking... But anyways, let's go talk to Isumiya. nature a warlike race. Yet should the king be suffered to remain, it is like that his influence will bring about a change in them. Thus does it behoove us to defeat him quickly before any lasting damage is done. Make whatever preparations you deem necessary, and inform me when you are ready to seize the king. Oh, here we go. I just got the bracelet of casting. Labyrinth of the Ancients. Just waiting for one more healer and one more DPS to accept their cue. Here we go. Time to enter the Labyrinth of the Ancients. At first, but it's not bad. Go. Oh, I really should make a portrait. Soon. I keep forgetting though. Oh, our party totally is a bard. Why did you tell us this? You are bard. Tell us. Yeah, you just follow the crowd for the most part. Nice trip with the rock. And, yeah, then you hear time to get to the actual site, you will get teleported into Team A's little thing, little corridor, and you want to go to Team C's corridor, and they go in order like A, B, C. So this is... Once you're here, just wait. It's courteous to wait. Sometimes people do not wait, and sometimes people run in a little too far and they pull it. And then what ends up happening is that people get locked out, and they all end up in Team A's thing. So it takes a lot longer for Team B and C to do their things. So because I'm a ranged caster, we send platform. Oh, we have quite a few ranged people, so... That means they can't damage their Atomos. So that's why you have to have 4 people standing on the pad. So Team A just roll out. Now if you're on Team A, you want to sprint here to the boss early, and you're not there. You may not get the debuff that lets you attack the boss. There's a debuff that goes out to Team A first, and it allows you to attack the boss. Don't get to attack the boss. What we're supposed to be doing, see there's the debuff that's going out, and what we're supposed to be doing is attacking the Atom. Actual Atom. So just hurry up. And then we'll get the buff next. Probably guys. There's 3 of them. Team A is to the left, Team C is to the right, and Team B is just across the way. So on the other side of the circle. So if you're on Team C, you can just kind of stand right over here. Oh, somebody's putting down waymarkers. Notice how Team B is gathering. Really fast, so it's kind of hard to see what's going on, but when he stands up and hides behind Commons land on the ground where they are. So once the Commons land where they are, kind of take an assessment. You do not want to take on them inside the water. take us back to Mordona. Because I think there's a cutscene here. Yeah, there is. Oh there, kids! Very impressive, I must say. Your name shall be writ large in the volumes that are sure to be penned on this historic expedition. The scale of this structure defies comprehension. Someone plainly thought bigger was better. According to the findings of my Beldesian colleagues, the Crystal Tower was constructed to collect and store the endless energies of the sun, a characteristically ambitious undertaking. Now, what of the tower's innate defenses? Judging by your haggard expression, clearing out the labyrinth was no small feat. A giant man wielding a shimmering scimitar, you say? Yes, that will have been Phlegethon. Not Acheron, Phlegethon. He was a hero of the Allegan Revolution. And you gleaned that from what exactly? His choice of weapon? Well, I am a historian, and I have a certain, shall we say, affinity for the lore of the Allegan Empire. It is, of course, all knowledge gleaned from the musty scrolls and tomes. The ancient texts claim that the Crystal Tower is defended by the champions of Eld, resurrected and augmented through the Allegan's extraordinary technology. Chief, you need to see this. Had you not been beaten a path through that maze, I very much doubt we'd be standing here now. Well, we have much to discuss and digest. Let us retire to St. Coinish's Find for the present and there plan our next step. Lest there be any doubt, our expedition has some way to go yet. Thank you, Rafa. Oh, you're so However, I'm going to continue with the main story quest, and the reason I'm going to do that is because it's going to unlock something else that I'm going to have to queue for, and then I can continue the Crystal Tower quest line, which is going to be a little while before I have to get something that I need to queue for. So that I can kind of like queue for this now and do these story quests while I'm waiting for the queue, and then switch over to the other way. Kind of thing. Let's go back to Verdun. Anyways, if you choose to make your character on Dynamis, just know that the queues will be a little bit long. You can data center travel to Ether. The queues are really short on Ether, so you'll find that you get much faster queues there. But if you have things to do in meantime, you'll find that you can fill your time quite easily between queues. So it just means that the story is a little fragmented. That's all. That's okay. Alrighty, so barring access to the King's Sanctuary can only be nullified through the use of enchanted keystones. The selfsame method employed 5 years ago when first the King was summoned to Eorzea. It was with great regret that we were forced to sanction the slaying of the Guardians who then held the keystones, for none were in our possession at the time. By the grace of the Elementals, however, we have been spared that burden on this occasion. Kublai confided in me that he had been entrusted with the 7 keystones by the Mogul's guards themselves. Yet, wishing not to betray their confidence, he begged me to find some other means to gain entry to the King's Sanctum. Alas, I have been unable to do so, and dare not labor any longer, for fear that the Mongols might succumb to the have Kublai-Kop's keystone kit. Pray go to him and beg his assistance. He awaits you at West Shore Pier. Press upon him our great needs, and I am certain he will yield. He also has a quest. It's the Lost City of Amdapur, which is an optional dungeon, so I'm not going to do it. All those optional dungeons, there's so many of them. Especially like at level 50, there's a ton of them. But we don't need to do them, so we're not going to. I think though that if I look at my hunting log and go into the Order of the Twin Adder, I haven't finished my second hunt log. And I'm going to need to do that for ranking up with the Grand Company, which I'll do somewhat later. But it's not terribly important for the main story quest, so alright, so we have to go to the Lancers Guild. And I just know that, but you can check your map and see where the quest marker is. So you just tell. How will you do it, Kupo? Oh, I told you about that. Well, if there truly is no other way, I'll do it, Kupo. Take the ferry to Sweetbloom Pier. I'll go on ahead. To me, Kupo. I know what you're planning, and I won't allow it. Open your eyes, Kupo. The king will never be satisfied, no matter how many crystals you bring him. We offered you a choice, and this is how you repay us? By consorting with this Mikote? Imperials, Bredanians, Sylphs, you're no different from the rest of them. Actually, you're worse, Kupo. Traitor to his kin's Mughals. He plots treason against the crown. Enough! Kublai-Kop will answer for his crimes soon enough, as will all who defy the will of good King Mughal XII. May he reign forevermore, Kupo. The king is planning to purge the Twelveswood of his enemies, Kupo. We've got to stop him before it's too late. The entrance to Thornmarch is deep within the bramble patch, Kupo. If you take me there, I can nullify the ward. But be warned, the Mughals' guard has set traps to lure enchanted beasts. I can't hide from them, so you'll need to protect me, Kupo. Alright, so what we're doing now is we have to escort Kublai-Kop safely to the warded entrance. If we fail to defend him, or we move too far away from him, he will return here, and we have to start again. So, let's go. He will be followed. If we head this way, he will come after. Oh, hostile presence. There it is. And it's dead. Okay, let's continue onward. Make sure Kublai-Kop is with you. Just stop every now and then and let him catch up to you, so you don't get too far ahead of him. Hostile presence. Oh look, there's some malevolent squirrels. Now let's keep going. It's a level 20 area, so there's definitely double aggregate. For all of us. Paralyzed. There we go. Because he got hit by the thing that does bad breath, which puts like a bunch of debuffs on. Okay, let's talk to the barrier threshold. We're here, Kupo. I don't see any more beasts, do you? And there we go. We have made it. Are you ready to face the king, Kupo? And step closer to the ward. Raise your hands and focus, like when you attune to an etherite, Kupo. I'll open the way for you. The rest is up to you, Kupo. Now go and teach those foolish boogles a lesson and send the king back whence he came. Go and march hard. Now accessible. Okay. So this is the fight where we have to kill the Moogle King. So we might as well just queue up for it right now. Hope we get in within 30 minutes. Unfortunately, it's not doable with the duty finder because it requires 8 people. Now let's see what item level it requires. 54, so we're good. Although I don't think I equipped... Did I not get that gear? Guess I didn't get it. That's unfortunate. Really fast. Item level 80, so we don't need this item level 70 Looks like we didn't get any of the caster gear from the lab representation, so somebody else must roll on it. Most of the stuff we're wearing is item level 90 though, and I think it's item level 80. I have 1,000 poetic skills have been getting them from doing various duties at level 50. So I'm just going to talk to this Sundry Splendors person, and you can find them in every single city. They're usually near the Aetherite. And I've already selected Magical Range DPS. So when you select a subcategory, the one that you want is Ironworks gear, which is the highest level gear you can get. So I can get a Magitech that's item level 130. Now we're gonna go from item level 70 to 80 to 130. So that's quite a jump. 600 tomes. It's definitely worth it though to get the weapon first, because the weapon will increase your damage by quite a bit. The gear will increase your defense a lot more than your damage. So get the weapon first, and then get the gear. And so we're just gonna go ahead and get what I'm gonna do. Have the bracelet. We need another ring. I'm gonna grab a ring cap. Now I've got a new grimoire and a new ring. And we got some extra jewelry on ourselves, so let's go ahead and just plan for that. Now, we're item level 93, which is much, much higher, because we've got those item level 130 things that'll string us up. Now, if you want to look more, if you liked the look of one of the other grimoires and you wanted to glam it, you can just glam it. You can just right click on this, cast glamour, and say you want to glam it like this will. Let's just do that. I'll show you. It'll just use a glamour prism though. Where are my glamour prisms? Sorry, I just need to... Oh, there they are. They're grayed out. So I had 32 of them. So I'm not going to waste one right now. But, yeah, if you wanted to do that, you can do that and make it look like this book. So, we are queued up for this. So what we're going to do is we're going to go continue with the Labyrinth of the Ancients while we wait for the cube pop. Estimating 24 minutes, which is somewhat similar to the last queue. So it might not get it in time. But what we'll do is we'll just continue again tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, next week. Try and queue up for it while we do other stuff. Our meeting would be dull indeed without a full account of your experiences in the labyrinth. Take a moment to collect yourself, and when you are ready, we shall debate how best to proceed. The worship of Noah being accounted for, it is time this assembly was called to order. Ramrose will be presiding over the meeting, if you would be so kind as to inform him of your readiness to proceed. Welcome back, kids. I have just been reading about your encounter in the Labyrinth of the Ancients. It pleases me greatly to know that you seem none the worse for the experience. For your reference, I have added my own notes to Graha's preliminary expedition report and begun compiling a Crystal Tower survey log. The information contained therein will be available to you at all times. Should you have any questions, you need only ask. Now, if there's no objections, I shall begin with a summary of the expedition's key accomplishments. Okay, I'm going to take the silver pieces instead of those outdated materials. In the course of this, our first foray into the grounds of the Crystal Tower, we succeeded in neutralizing the structure's outer defenses before proceeding to secure the maze surrounding the base of the spire. According to Kit's account, the labyrinth's defenses were most emphatically active. Disturbingly, her report also mentions a violent encounter with a sentry heavily augmented by Allegan technology. In short, our misgivings were well-founded. The Crystal Tower was not simply thrust above the ground by the chaotic shifting of Earth. It has somehow been reawoken. If, as seems increasingly likely, the tower's secrets should prove too dangerous to share with the world, we will have no choice but to contain them. Short of leveling the place, this will almost certainly involve returning its mechanisms to a state of dormancy. To do that, however, we will first need to address the question of how they work, the answer to which must surely be waiting for us inside the tower itself. In conclusion, that is where we must go. A task rather easier said than done, if the perils of the labyrinth are any indication. Then I move that all further exploration of the tower be delayed until such time as an exhaustive analysis of the structure's defense has been completed. Master Garland, may I entrust this task to you? It would be my pleasure. Don't forget about us. Like you said, Chief, we founded the Ironworks to make sure the technology was used for the right reasons, and that means making sure it's not used for the wrong ones. We wouldn't be doing our jobs if we didn't see this through to the end. Lads, well, I hope you're ready for some back-breaking chores. Well, everything seems to be in hand here, so I shall take my leave of you for the present. If I am to witness this valiant tale unfold with mine own eyes, I must needs hone my martial skills or reascend the spire. You'll do nothing of the sort, Graha. Your knowledge may prove useful to Master Garland's investigation. Pout! Oh my god, he's so cute when he pouts! As an observer, I am not, strictly speaking, subject to your authority. Oh my god, he's so cute. Pray do not mistake my intent, Kit. I am well aware that I shall never be a match for one of your innate talents, however hard I train. Be that as it may, pray do not allow your skills to rust from disuse during this coming phase. We will need you fighting fit if our subsequent forays are to prove as productive as this one. Mark me, we have not yet caught more than the briefest glimpse of that which time has obscured. Soon, however, we shall cast off the veil and gaze upon the glory of the Allegan Empire. And with that encouraging thought in mind, it is time to bring this assembly to a close. Let us all focus on the tasks at hand, that our next expedition may begin all the sooner. Meeting adjourned. God, so cute. It's our mysterious man. How mysterious. He looks awfully familiar, don't you think? Such a terrible mess. Yet it does leave the door wide open, so to speak. One cannot help but be impressed. I'm beginning to understand the reliance you place on adventurers, old friend. So, this is the legacy the Allegan Empire left behind. If my readings are correct, the energy source waiting atop the tower is a match for even the Ultima weapon. Nay, more than a match. A new toy for me to play with. It's Mira. I believe that the fates had conspired to deny me my just rewards once again, but it would seem they had a greater destiny in mind for me. So long as my ambition burns, I shall strive to seize it. The dream lives on, Sid. Do not disappoint me. And that was actually the end of the first patch release of Crystal Tower. So this is going to be the start of the next patch release of Crystal Tower. It is my most fervent belief that the Fellowship of Noah will, piece by piece, lay bare the long-buried secrets of ancient Alleg's history. But the doing of it will require all of your skill and more. Mayhap I can convince Master Garland to allow me to accompany you, that I might see some of these horrific guardians in the flesh. I am quite efficient with the bow, you know. Oh, if only you could accompany us. See the mismatchy eyes? Those are going to play a role. He's got one red eye and one sort of turquoise eye. Alright, Rambros, let's talk about Circus Tower. Ah, 'tis you, my friend. You are doubtless eager to hear of our progress on the Crystal Tower. Excellent. I'd be disappointed to hear otherwise. Of course, disappointed is the word of the day, I fear. I'm ashamed to say that there is nothing worthwhile to report. The suns continue to probe the labyrinth of the ancients, and every day brings new discoveries. Alas, the same cannot be said of the Crystal Tower proper. We've not yet been able to so much as set a single foot inside of it. You will recall how the 8th Sentinel stood between us and the labyrinth initially. In like manner, the entryway into the principal spire, the Circus Tower, as the Alligans called it, is also protected by technology far more advanced than our own. Sid and I have tried every trick we know, but without success. Frankly speaking, we are at a loss. It's discouraging, but we cannot give up. There must be a way in. And so the situation stands, my friend. Until we gain entry into the tower, I fear your talents shan't avail us. It will require time that I am loath to waste, but I have a mind to set my people to scouring such ancient texts as we have on hand. Perhaps we can be of assistance. And you are? Be at ease, friends, for we share the self-same goal. I am Une, and my companion is called Doga. We are scholars of the ancient Allegan civilization, sent by the students of Baldessian to assist in your endeavor. Une and Doga? Rather unusual names for this day and age, if I might be forgiven for observing, but I digress. You claim to be here at the students' behest, but we have received nary a word of your coming, so I'm sure you will not take it amiss if you seem somewhat doubtful. We can only assume that the message failed to reach you due to some mishap. I assure you that we are here to help. What is it, Graha? 'Tis nothing. There was a pain, but it has subsided. Well, that is rather unexpected. Your right eye is the same as ours. The same? You have the Allegan eye as well? But this sanguine hue is said to be a trait unique to the Allegans, yet I inherited it from my father, as he did from his. Only one child in a single generation is born with the eye. All my life I have sought to learn the truth of its manifestation. If there is aught you know, I implore you to tell me. My deepest apologies, but we have no answers for you. Only one thing is certain. Those who possess the trait are bound by fate to Alleg. As your eye has placed you upon the path you walk, so too have we come here to fulfill our destiny. Absurd though it may sound, it is the truth. It seems we have naught to lose by accepting their aid. What say you? If that is your wish, then so be it. Yet know that I still mean to verify your story with the students of Baldessian when I am able. I trust there will be no objections. Very well. As of this moment, I name Une and Doga advisory members of Noah. Without further ado, let us have them examine the Circus Tower entrance. I promise you, you'll not have cause to regret your decision. Kit, I should be much obliged if you were to accompany our new friends to the tower. Biggs and Wedge are presently surveying 8 sentinels. The two of them can show you the way. Upon arrival, pray report to Master Garland. He will brief you on the situation. I shall join you, Kit. With Une and Doga's knowledge, along with our uncanny knack for setting events in motion, I am hopeful that we will finally see progress. Ambrose is just like, okay, do what you want. Alright. Just, having all kinds of trouble trying to keep Graha in line. Cheeky little bugger. Enter the 8th Sentinel. And then, unfortunately, you can't fly from here, so you just gotta ground down. Hop on the motorcycle again. Faster. Hey, Biggs. Hey, Wedge. Well, if it isn't Kit, eager to enter Circus Tower and kill everything in sight, no doubt. Oh yeah, killing's what I do. As I'm sure you're already heard, the place is locked up tight as a clam. New friends from the students, you say? Excellent. It's been slow going, or rather, no going, for the chief. He'll appreciate the help. If you'll just follow me, I'll take you to him. Ah, some of the old faces to lift the spirit, and a couple of new ones besides. Allow me to introduce Une and Doga. They are scholars of ancient Alag, sent here by our friends of Beltesian to aid in the investigation. We understand you're having trouble circumventing the tower's defenses. It is our hope that we can be of some small assistance. If your attire is ought to go by, your assistance should prove invaluable indeed. To begin with, let me tell you where we stand. Beyond rises Circus Tower, the principal spire of the structure, collectively known as the Crystal Tower. The only way to get inside is through the proverbial front door, the imposing gate you see here. The problem is we can't get it to open. It's sealed by some mechanism whose workings are utter mystery to us. Having no success via more orthodox methods, I went at it with everything from a pickaxe to a magitech kit. Nothing so much as put a scratch on it. For a blessing, the gate doesn't try to reduce us to ashes like the 8 sentinels, but that doesn't make it any less effective a security measure. It's fiendishly frustrating in its simplicity. The only clue we have is the elaborate device carved on it by a man and a woman respectant. Allegan royalty, by my judgment. Precisely who those individuals were, we cannot say, nor do we know whether the device actually serves a purpose. Like as not, it is purely decorative. If you're thinking to force it, save your strength. It's no use. Just ask the calluses on my hands. Rest assured, we do not mean to waste our strength. Indeed, why should we exert ourselves when the gate will open of its own accord? I don't think any of us expected that to happen. 7 hells. What is this? What did you do? What are you? Piercing the heavens and gathering the light, a symbol of mankind's glory and might. Its virtue guarded by gates impregnable, and only to those of royal blood answerable. Exactly as passed down through legend, I am delighted to see. Beg pardons for interrupting your bewilderment. I couldn't help but notice the remarkable playthings you have acquired. Nero, you're still alive. Garland, if I didn't know it better, I would say you weren't happy to see me. Ah, but I jest. In light of our recent meetings, you have every right to be wary. But rest assured, I am no longer a threat to you. My legion is for all intents and purposes defunct. My association with it means a tight noose awaits me back in Garlewald. And so I've been roaming this land Eorzea, a regular itinerant. In the course of my wandering, I chanced to catch wind of your latest venture. It sounded positively fascinating, and so I decided to come here and join you. After the wrongs you've committed, you think us that gullible? If you are suspicious of my intent, 'tis only my just deserts, but I am determined to make amends. As a gesture of goodwill, I will share with you what I know, starting with these two odd characters. As you are doubtless already aware, the Crystal Tower was the symbol of ancient Alleg's might and prosperity. Entry was permitted only to royalty and a select few individuals. According to the records I have unearthed, only royal blood can open the gate. In other words, the Emperor and his progeny were living keys. You mean to say that these two are descended from Allegan royalty? Oh, shoots. No, nothing. I suggest nothing so glamorous. Okay, hold on. Yes, we'll skip this cutscene and we'll watch it later. I'll show you how to watch cutscenes later. go. Okay. Combination. Give that to the other summoner. Just like Conrad. Comfort. Yeah, let's done that. Alright, so that's that. Get out of here. You did it, Kupo! You did it! Good King Mulamog the 12th, may his mighty soul rest in peace, is no more! I shudder to think what might have happened had you not stopped the Marbles Guard when you did. Thank you, Kit. Perhaps now they'll come to their senses and stop playing at fairy tales. Rest assured that the chieftain will have choice words for them too. You should go and tell Pukni Pak that the king is no more, Kupo. She's with Rhea O at Camp Tranquil and can relay the news to the chieftain. Okay, so that's done. So, now we're here in Gridania again. This is perfect because, alright, where do I have to go? Camp Tranquil. We'll go there afterwards. I'm just gonna go to Gridania, and we're gonna watch the cutscene that we just watched. And hopefully it'll be there. I'm not sure if it'll be there since we haven't finished the quest yet. But we'll see. I'll show you where you go to rewatch cutscenes. The other thing that we can do is, if it's not in the end, we can just go into the the wrong quest. We can go into the quest, abandon it, and re-pick it up. The unending journey is where we want to go. And we're looking at the Chronicles of a New Era. No, not the Chronicles of a New Era. Side quests. Just scroll through here. I wonder if it's in the main story now, actually. Some job quests, side quests. So I think it's Mordona side quests. I'm not sure. Because I'm pretty sure this is some of them Umbral Era main story quests. Sort of Astral Era main scenario quests. And this is the stuff we've been doing. So you have selected Regicide is not listed here, so I suspect the Crystal Tower ones will not be listed here either. Chronicles of a New Era, the Crystal Tower. Yeah, the last one is for Prosperity. So what we're gonna do is we're going to abandon this quest and pick it up again. And I will take us to Mordona where we can do that. And then I'll get us back to that cutscene. And we'll start with that cutscene next time because we're just about at the end here. At the end of the stream. We're gonna be queuing up for the Crystal Tower itself, which is Circus Tower. But before that, let's go get this quest and let's get back to this big place where we were at. And then you can pick the quest up again. Rewatch all the cutscenes in it. I won't rewatch all the cutscenes though. I'll skip the first cutscene and go straight to. Oh, it's Rambros we gotta talk cutscene because it's not the cutscene we're concerned with. We've already watched it, and we'll go talk to Biggs. What I'll do is we'll watch this cutscene all the way through. I'll skip most of the dialogue because we've already seen it. Alright. Sneak our way through here. Just gotta go right to the crystal gate. Go in. Get on the Fenrir. This is such a useful mount. If you're gonna buy anything from the online store, I highly recommend this. You just go faster in this mount, and when you're going through the story for the first time, or when you're going through new areas that you don't have flying in, it's just such a good thing to have. Okay, so here we start the cutscene again. I'll skip through all the stuff that we've already seen, and we'll get straight to where Nero starts prophesizing. I like this music. Final Fantasy always has good music. He's so cute. Okay, so we get right to here. Oh yeah, he's gotta talk a little bit about things and stuff. Him and Sid, you know. They gotta discuss their failed marriage. Okay, living keys, the Emperor and his progeny. You mean to say that these two are descended from elegant royalty? Oh, I suggest nothing so glamorous. To put it plain, they are imitations of royalty, living keys born of elegant ingenuity. Clones, I believe, is the name your creators gave your kind. Is that not so? Twould seem that the time for concealment is past. Pray accept our apologies. 'Twas not our intent to deceive. We simply wish to avoid causing undue alarm by prematurely making that what many would consider deranged claims. If it please you, let us return to the 8 Sentinels. There is much and more to tell. looks at us. Very well. Seven hells, do you seriously mean to follow us around? Come, Garland, you know me better than to think I spoke in jest. What more will it take for us to be reconciled? A gift, perhaps? An Allegan tombstone. It holds the information I just shared with you, and a great deal more besides. It used to be the jealously guarded property of the 14th Legion, but it's yours now. I wish you the joy of it. I look forward to working together, old friend. He's got something up his sleeve. Alright, so the next cutscene will wait until the next time I play. I'm going to call it here, and I will go ahead and finish off at that point. Thank you for joining me on this little endeavor and for putting up with my excessive love of Grahatia. Oh my god, I love him so much. In any case, next week we will continue with the Crystal Tower until we get to the queue for Circus Tower. And then we'll queue up for that, and then we'll continue with the main story quest, just like we did this time. So hopefully our queue will be a little bit better next week, but I expect it to be about the same, so we'll see what happens. Thanks again for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.